There are many channels in the exciting new cable package. Here's a look at just 3. Looking to improve your game? The Golf Channel. Looking for more time with the family? Family Channel. Looking for a Superstation? TBS.
Looking to explore new worlds? Space, the imagination station. Looking to spend quality time? History Television. Looking for a break from reality? Teletoon, the animation station. You've just seen 3 of the many more channels in the exciting new package offered by your cable company. Watch them all for free right now. Turn on, tune in, and enjoy.
Order the Comedy Network, or Freddy floats. The Comedy Network, coming October 17th. Get it.
Words. Fabulous. That's mature.
But the title alone gets 2 snaps up.
Oh my God! Look what happened by accident!
Did somebody say?
More money, more money, more money.
Look, just relax.
Women probably wonder, what are men really thinking anyway? I'll tell you what we're thinking. Nothing.
You're confused. Huh? So I went to the doctor, I thought I had mono. Turns out I'm just really lazy.
This is television. We're just trying to entertain people, and morality's just gonna get in the way.
Beverly, somebody's been sitting in my chair.
Yes,
Would you
sir.
please send out a memo and tell them not to?
I certainly will.
Thank you.
Why is he whining like that? I mean, I don't whine like that.
No, not like that.
Honest to God, I'm going for a colon exam.
Can I recommend something?
Yeah.
Have it done professionally.
You know, that is not a bad idea because I was a little hesitant at first. 7:30 on a Saturday night sounds like an odd time.
That's all I'm saying.
That's no secret.
I can't believe it.
Are we ever gonna do this in a bed?
I'm not excited, I'm annoyed.
Never leave home without it.
We get up, the procedures begin. We have so many layers we have to cleanse.
I'm so happy to be here, I can drop a log.
And tone.
Anyone really stoned right now is going, wow, reality, what a concept.
And moisturize. Then apply sunscreen.
Get out of there, you crazy woman!
Foundation and powder and blush. Then we're ready to start our eyes. You shouldn't yell at us that we get places late. You should applaud us that we get any place at all.
I am back, and the country welcomed me with open arms.
I don't know who invented the bidet, but if that's not in the Gay Hall of Science, I don't know what is.
Live from New York, it's Saturday night. I couldn't be more excited, I must say.
I don't want you to think I'm creepy.
These eyebrows come together in the most unappealing way.
I took one of them meat thermometers. Yeah.
Jane, you ignorant slut.
Come on in. It's surprise party. Yes. She no here. Right. That is surprise.
You appear to be wearing a pair of devil's dumplings.
Oh my God, my earmuffs have fallen down.
I think it would be better if we were more like the animals. Duh. Mind you, I don't think it'd be a good idea if men were more like dogs and they could lick their own bollocks.
I don't know.
You'd never get your work done, would you?
I've seen the funniest thing today, man. I seen a white guy driving a cab.
And you never see any Jamaican action films. We're too laid back.
I prefer it when people meet me if they don't say, oh, really? Our neighbor had a dog named Bond.
We jamming.
I was in this strip joint the other day in LA. I just go in for the articles. But
when women use the word fine, fine is a code word that means I'm really pissed off. But you have to guess why.
weird. I think strip joints still exist so men have a place to go where they don't have to speak in complete sentences.
Television is my gun, and high art are my bullets.
Hello, hello. Francois is here. Massage time. Hello, hello. Pleased to be responding. Hello.
Nice looking young fellas up front. How are you? It's good. Good to have you here. As long as you're here, our radios remain in our cars.
Women surrender and men sort of don't.
They sort of don't.
Yeah, so I think
barge
that's...
in. I'm here. Service me.
I'm so sorry.
Hi, I'm Bob Robertson.
And I'm Linda Cullen.
And boy, are we excited out here on the West Coast.
Oh, yes. Can you tell me how to get spaghetti sauce out of a shirt?
Well, it's just like getting Quebec out of Canada. First of all, you soak them, and then you hang them out to dry.
I'm Preston Manning, leader of the Reform Party.
I told you should be sitting down.
My dad never hugged me, never held my hand. I turned out all right. Remember, the women don't find you handsome. They should at least find you handy.
This fall, CTV News welcomes a new addition to our proud family. CTV News1, giving you a Canadian newscast every 15 minutes. Plus, the ever-changing weather and all the latest scores from the world of sports. Then, 4 times an hour, a different News1 feature on anything and everything that affects you. When that's done, we do it again. Every 15 minutes, CTV News1.
October 17th, right here, on this channel, the future arrives in Canada. It's a revolutionary new way for you to find out the day's top stories on your schedule, not ours. From Canada's most trusted and most watched news team. The people you know, dedicated to bringing you the latest, most accurate information from Canada and around the world. 24 hours a day, every 15 minutes, right here on this channel. You will receive the most up-to-the-minute Canadian news, weather, sports, and business news when you're ready for it. Plus, breaking news stories from around the world. Every 15 minutes, you'll get a fast and concise package of the latest stories making headlines. Then, a national weather forecast that affects you. Plus, what you need to know from our financial market reports and business news, followed by the latest sports scores and highlights. And all day long, special features that change constantly. Let your dollar go further with our take on consumer news. Keep up with the showbiz on our entertainment reports and relax with us as we talk leisure. Plus, our digital desk. Get advanced in the world of technology and a daily dose of information for your health. News every 15 minutes, 24 hours a day. Coming to this channel October 17th. CTV News 1. The future's almost.
Our history.
coming October 17th on History Television. It's about time. This fall, a new network will make history.
The Eagle has landed.
The triumphs,
I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
the defeats,
I shall resign the presidency effective at noon tomorrow.
the memories.
I escaped just like I said. The police have therefore been given certain extraordinary powers.
We as a people will get to the promised land.
The events that shaped our lives, coming October 17th on History Television.
History Presents offers superb documentaries and series that will redefine the way history appears on television. People, places, and events outlined in dazzling detail. A new way of seeing and experiencing the past. History Presents. Revealed as never before, the story of modern China. History presents...
Inflicted upon his family when he abdicated his throne to marry Wallis Simpson 60 years ago. Even today, there are those who cannot forgive him or her for that.
A few hours ago, I discharged my last duty as king and emperor.
Rarely this century has any story become surrounded by so much myth and legend, engendered such deep emotions, and made or broken so many reputations.
The king, his lover, and the crisis in Edward on Edward. History Presents. Joseph Stalin, a brutal murderer hated and loved by his people. Images and stories from archives closed for more than 75 years. History Presents Stalin. He brutally hijacked a revolution.
The Soviet Union would be changed utterly. This was to be a second revolution, bringing mass terror and man-made famine in its wake.
He bumbled through a savage war. His legacy, mass murder, terror, and imprisonment.
Dogs literally tore them apart, and they said this is what happens to people that try to escape.
Найстрашніша ніч мені була, як батька забирали, бо я дуже плакала. Зараз плачу.
Yet, the people loved him. The life of one man and the suffering of millions. The dictator and his subjects, as history presents Stalin. The Spanish Armada sails again. How did such a superior fighting force come to such a tragic end 400 years ago? History presents Armada.
Out of the archives are coming radically new answers to the old questions. Why did the Armada fail? On the 28th of May, 1588, they sailed past the Tower of Belem, down the Tagus River, bound for Parma's army and the coast of England. They didn't get very far.
Lord Howard, the Lord High Admiral with 54 ships, has headed out to seaward to move behind the Spanish Armada.
So far as they were concerned, this was death riding towards them in the dark.
The battle that saved a queen's throne and changed the map of the world. History presents Armada. Host Ann Medina presents history as the movies saw it. The biggest stars, the finest directors, the grandest epics, history on film.
Compared to war, all other forms of human endeavor shrink to insignificance.
I was interested to see a Bible by your bed. You actually find time to read it?
I sure do. Every goddamn day.
Come on, what's going on here? This is news. Jackass. You let a whole column get stalled and strafed on account of a couple of jackasses? What the hell's the matter with you? No. Now dump them over the side and clear this bridge.
It's my nerves, sir. I just can't stand the shelling anymore.
Well, hell, you're just a goddamn coward. Shut up!
Take my advice, you behave yourself. Remember, your worst enemy is your own big mouth.
Sir, you're in company.
Mind your own business.
Do you think that you are mad?
I don't know.
Hello there, Georgie boy.
I'm going to tell you something now I have never told anybody. On the day that we went to Auschwitz, when we arrived there at night, it was a beautiful night.
Ja doch, du musst
Zwingen Sie mich nicht zu wählen.
Komm,
Ich kann nicht wählen.
Und ich schick sie beide darüber.
Nein!
You don't want him seeing your face.
Oh, it don't make no difference no more.
In fact, you know what I think it is? It's publicity stunt cooked up by that Martin Luther King fella.
You might as well pack up your bags and head your ass on back up to where you belong.
Wake up!
We're gonna be here till this thing's finished.
What's wrong with these people?
The bodies of the 3 missing civil rights workers were discovered this afternoon at an undisclosed grave.
You smile when the bulldozer ran over the black kid's body? Did you?
And old Ripper wouldn't be giving us Plan R unless them Ruskies had already clobbered Washington and a lot of other towns with a sneak attack.
Yes, sir.
I can no longer sit back and allow communist infiltration and the international communist conspiracy to sap and impurify all of our precious bodily fluids.
We would therefore prevail and suffer only modest and acceptable civilian casualties from the remaining force, which would be badly damaged and uncoordinated.
I have a plan. Monsieur has been walked!
As anything we have had to face in the past 50 years.
Heaven was for real, not fade away. Come on! What up for real and not fade away?
Nobody's going to make us sound wrong again. That's all I'm saying. I'd rather shovel shit and love it. Excuse me.
Buddy, stay here and make me some hits. Your way.
Let's get closer. The river's come down. You can see the wire. Wait for the train. Do it now. British Commando orders. Blow up the bridge. Yes, look out, there's no time. No! Help!
What have I done?
The moments in time.
How far would you go with that? How far would you extend that?
Well, just watch me.
The people in time.
The cancer had spread, and now I've got cancer in my lungs.
The events that shaped our world. This fall, experience the history of our lives. Lloyd Robertson presents the flip side of war in War Stories. True life tales from everyday people.
War Stories is not about generals and armies. It's about people, the human dimension of war.
50 died in the real Great Escape. The survivors tell the story in Going Underground.
The chances of preserving your life are almost nil. Escaping from prison camps has ceased to be a sport.
The tunnels would be dug simultaneously. They'd all be 30 foot in depth, the vertical shafts. Tom, Dick, and Harry, they were named.
And once you get into the forest, then you shake all the snow off you, and Johnny, who was there, says, "Go, out you go."
The air outside the wire was entirely different from the air inside, because it's the air of freedom. You were outside the wire.
This is a most marvelous feeling. When you get outside, you see that wire, and you see the huts there, and you thank God we've made it.
The escapers fanned out into the Silesian countryside. Within days, most were recaptured. Many were taken to the local Gestapo headquarters. When Hitler was told of the escape, he flew into a rage. 50 officers were selected for immediate execution. They were driven in 2s and 3s into the Silesian countryside and shot in the back of the head.
How did Australian prisoners of war come to make a propaganda film for the Japanese? A shocking story revealed in Prisoners of Propaganda.
We know that this film wasn't true to the lives of most Australian prisoners under the Japanese in World War II. But how did Calling Australia come to be made? Why, for the last 40 years, has the full story behind Calling Australia been shrouded in mystery?
It was their intention to make the film so that they could show to the people at home that they were treating us well, and that their intention was that they would sue for a separate peace with Australia.
I know that then these cunning devils, the Japanese, applied the only form of pressure which could ever make you yield. They informed you that unless you gave way and took part in the film, they would reduce the food ration to every man in camp.
A dangerous World War II mission on a hostile frozen sea. Canadian soldiers set sail to stop a vital mine in Greenland from falling into German hands.
One great mission of World War II has remained secret for over half a century. It was carried out far from the battlefields in a land as hostile and remote as any on Earth. And with an enemy even more relentless than the war machines of Europe. The miracle happens. A smaller ice floe comes hurtling past them, swept by the raging current. It acts like a wedge, cracking the huge ice barrier open. They are free. They've broken through the heart of the Northwest Passage. Larson's gamble has paid off.
I don't know, I used to think all the miracles were described in the Bible, but right now I'm thinking that that was one.
In a war far from home, Indian troops tell of serving a foreign king.
Between 1914 and 1918, over 1 million Indians fought for the empire around the world. 138,000 of them were transplanted into the cold and sodden trenches of Belgium and northern France. More than a quarter of those were casualties. The Indians' feelings about their service at the front are revealed in their letters home. The War Office feared that the soldiers' horrific experiences in the war might lead them to question British rule in India. As a result, the British censored every letter to and from the front and from the hospitals. It is only through the survival of these letters at the India Office Library in London that a record remains of what it was like for an ordinary soldier or sepoy to serve on the Western Front.
Liquid fire that causes the clothes and the body to burn. Such are the modern and scientific processes by which nations seek to destroy one another.
I am unable to fathom this war. The fighting is not in the open, but inside the earth, which has been dug into. Such a war has never occurred before, and that it may never occur again, is my prayer.
Veteran correspondent Michael McClear surveys wars and warriors in timelines, century of conflict.
Douglas MacArthur, a thundering paradox of a man, noble and ignoble, inspiring and outrageous. He was America's most gifted and most controversial man of arms, a soldier come emperor, an American Caesar.
In 1963, the guerrillas totaled 35,000.
It's positively raining aliens.
They're here.
They may be.
I'm Captain Jack!
Space, the imagination station.
Greetings, my friend. We are all interested in the future, for that is where you and I are going to spend the rest of our lives.
Listen carefully. The Martians are coming this way. We must evacuate the city.
Friday, October 17th.
On behalf of the people of Earth, well...
The space invasion begins with a world television premiere.
Whoa. My God.
Yikes.
That's gross.
Mars Attacks, the world television premiere. Friday, October 17th.
This is a great day.
On Space, the imagination station.
Isn't the universe big enough? Something funny down there, Skipper.
Welcome to Altair 4, gentlemen.
This is no offense, but you are a robot, aren't you?
That is correct, sir.
Promise me one thing. No more experiments with animals.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
The insect is awake.
I don't want it in my body.
Help me.
Go away. Bring them back to you.
Surrender is not a preferable option.
Fire! At the edge of the frontier lies the ultimate adventure. Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Monday through Thursday on Space, the imagination station. First contact was not with visitors, but invaders.
I'm glad you could join us. They made a copy of me. The Eternal has spoken. We must purify this planet.
We'll move among them and they'll trust us.
Earth returns fire. War of the Worlds. Weekdays on Space, the Imagination Station. Every day on Space.
Condition alert. Fire main phasers.
The most popular sci-fi series of all time.
Any radiation, anything?
Negative! Radiation increasing.
He's dead, Jim.
What are you?
I am the guardian of forever.
Fascinating.
Escape is impossible.
Beam into space daily for the original Star Trek on your Imagination Station.
We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things. Not because they are easy, but because they are hard. We set sail on this new sea because there is new knowledge to be gained.
During these 3 decades, we have seen an era of scientific advancement that's been unmatched in human history.
And as we leave the moon in towards Littrell, we leave as we came, and God willing, as we shall return.
Weeknights on Space.
Are you familiar with the so-called X-Files?
Unidentified flying objects.
Mulder, you're crazy.
I suggest you forget what you saw, what you think you saw.
Something weird is going on here, Scully.
We're not who we are.
The X-Files. Weeknights on Space, the Imagination Station.
My name is John Lowengarth. I'm recording this because we may not live through the night. They're here, they're hostile, and powerful people don't want you to know. History as we know it is a lie.
Know this, Conan. What does not kill you makes you stronger. Conan, Wednesdays and Saturdays on Space, the Imagination Station.
Our historic first view of the newcomer's ship. Theirs was a slave ship carrying 250,000 beings bred to adapt and labor in any environment.
I'm only on this task force because you're from outer space, remember?
I know what I am and where I came from.
2 worlds collide to kick some serious butt. Alien Nation, Mondays on Space, the Imagination Station.
From the moment I saw her, she captured my heart. With her beauty, her warmth, and her courage.
He comes from a secret place, far below the city streets, hiding his face from strangers. We have a bond stronger than friendship or love. And although we cannot be together, we will never, ever be apart.
Weekdays on Space.
Excuse me for interrupting, sir, but it's the Bat phone. Oh, boy!
When real crime fighters wore tights.
They come in handy when fighting crime. When dealing with powerful criminal elements, one can never be too well prepared.
Holy bouncing boilerplate, it fits! Boy wonder you've done it again.
Batman, the classic series. Weekdays on your Bat channel, Space.
You grace us with your presence.
Weekdays. Space continues its quest to rid the planet of crime.
I just had another visit from the Green Hornet.
Get the Black Beauty ready.
Featuring the legendary Bruce Lee in one of his first roles.
That's one way to get to the top.
The Green Hornet.
You'll hear from me.
Nothing we can do here.
Let's roll, Kato.
Another classic from space, the Imagination Station.
Warning, warning.
Weekdays on Space.
We are in a field of 5th dimension.
They're on a flight plan of their own.
That does not compute.
I'm William Robinson from the planet Earth.
I'm a scoundrel, a thoroughly bad sort. I would have kicked you clear into orbit for taking a shower at a time like this.
No!
It's positively raining aliens.
Catch the television cult classic, Lost in Space. Weekdays on Space, the Imagination Station.
Adventure and excitement run high every week when the world's most powerful submarine of the future, the Seaview, sets sail on another thrilling voyage to the bottom of the sea.
Red alert. Submarine approaching at close range.
Her mission, danger.
Why must we surface now?
Because if you don't, we'll all die.
Television's most exciting series, Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea.
Weekdays on Space, the Imagination Station.
The Daleks are masters of Earth.
It's television's longest-running science fiction series.
Man to them is just a work machine.
Where are you from?
Famous for its infinite flexibility.
You'll never control the Cybermen.
I am the leader now. You will be exterminated. Shall I fire, Commander?
Doctor Who. Weekdays on Space, the Imagination Station.
Because all you of Earth are idiots. You see? You're stupid minds. Stupid. That's all I'm taking from you. Get back here, you fool!
In this galaxy, there's a mathematical probability of 3 million Earth-type planets.
First in business worldwide. You're watching CNBC, first in business worldwide.
You are watching HGTV, an Alliance Atlantis network.
You're watching Prime, Canada's entertainment network.
You're watching Family Channel, television the whole family can share together.
From the familiar to the exotic. Tunes that blow the mind. 24 hours a day. What? For kids, for families, for adults. Animation from home and around the planet. A whole new world where anything's possible.
Would this newt win in a one-on-one battle to the death?
You be the judge. Teletoon. It's unreal.
Teletoon is Canada's first and only 24-hour-a-day animation television service that will be available in both English and in French.
We're bringing the best animation that Canada's produced. We're bringing amazing animation from around the world.
Animation is so popular now, and there is so much product that there is a huge audience out there.
The kind of response that we've gotten from the public so far through emails and mails has just been astounding.
I think the Canadian animation industry is and always has been very cutting edge. It's always provided the world with all sorts of innovative styles of animation and has always pushed the boundaries. And still, you know, American clients and around the world look to the NFB and Canada in general to see what's going on and what innovations are being made.
We're recognized around the world for producing high-quality animation.
What?
And it's about time we had a service that built on an industrial strength and cultural strength that Canada has.
Well, the current Teletoon schedule really rests on sort of three pillars. The fact that we will have classic titles. We're also going to have some of the best new Canadian animation that's ever been produced.
Wow.
And the third pillar is some really amazing animation that we found from around the world. Really innovative, inventive animation.
1, 2, 3, we are the triplets.
In our preschool block, there's also a show called Adventures of Paddington Bear, which is, of course, the famous cartoon bear from England. In our kids block, we've got a show called Donkey Kong. It's amazing animation. That's brought to us by Nelvana.
Donkey Kong! Hey, yo! Look out down below! Here he comes, Banana Slammer!
In our family block, we've got Pippi Longstocking. Traditional cell animation. We've been able to get The Simpsons for the service. We're very excited about that.
Thanks for taking all the fancies, guys.
Hello, I'm Captain J. Star, obviously.
In our adult block, we've got a new show called Captain Planet. It's a bit of a spoof on space adventures. The animated Star Trek, which hasn't seen the light of day for a little while. We have also acquired some classic titles from Warner Brothers, like Scooby-Doo and The Jetsons, the original Johnny Quest, and the Roadrunner show. There's going to be a mix of popular favorites plus some really neat new shows.
I think we have the right people in place, we have the right programming in place, and I think it'll offer a great alternative to Canadian viewers and real opportunities to Canadian advertisers.
So you've been watching the free preview of the new cable package, exploring new boundaries with Space, the imagination station. And still had time for a little golf with the Golf Channel. While enjoying some Superstation entertainment on TBS. Just 3 of the many channels in the new cable package. The free preview ends soon. To order, call 1-888-591-1997. You could win great prizes, so turn on, tune in, and enjoy.